What's going on, my fine peoples? I just came here to talk to you guys a little bit about why I have detached myself from the concept of religion. Growing up, I was always very inquisitive. I used to always ask questions because I wanted to make sense of things. And one thing I never really asked questions about was the structure of the church. I just used to assume that the church was the way it was because it's the way that God wanted it to be. And it wasn't until I became a lot wiser and I really started to comprehend the word and the message that Christ was given to me. It wasn't until then that I realized that the religion, the church aspect, is something that Christ never really preached. He never preached religion. He never talked about religion. If anything, he was somewhat against the religion because the religious leaders and the religious people at that time were so against him. They didn't believe he was the son of God. They were in cahoots with the Romans. They were part of the reason why he got crucified. He didn't like the action of the religious leaders at that time, the Pharisees. We all remember the story of when he flipped over the table. They were all about themselves. They were all about money. They were all about greed. And the construct of religion has been used nothing but for greed, power, and manipulation. That's all it's been about. Nothing that, Christ would ever give his blessing on. And so this is something that I know is something that Christ didn't want us to put our attention into. I focus on my religion. I focus on my relationship with Christ. I don't focus on religion. I'm focusing on my dialogue back and forth with God so I can hear his voice better. How can I hear his voice if I'm focused so much on worldly things? If I'm focusing on a man-made construct, a man-made idea, concept called religion, called Catholicism, called Protestant, called Baptist, called Eastern Unorthodox, all these different sects. And that's more of human psyche. We're social beings at the end of the day. So we like to create groups to identify us, and we tend to like the people that are within that group because we all share a common interest. And we did nothing but take that concept, that human behavior, and applied it to Christ. That's man-made. That's not of Christ. Yes, I say religion plays a great role in bringing everyone together because, yes, we need to share the same energy with our brothers and sisters. We need to communion with our brothers and sisters. We need to praise with our brothers and sisters. So religion has played an important role in that, but I don't think this is what Christ wanted us to put our focus into. It's always been about having the dialogue with your higher power, talking to him, listening to him, hearing him, allowing him to guide you. And when you start to really seek Christ, seek God, he unreveals spiritual wisdom to you. He'll show you things that you would never see if you weren't out seeking him. And this is how my mind has changed in what I'm choosing to follow. It's like when you start to really understand Christ, you start to think like him. You start to see the world like him. You start to treat people like he treated people. You start to embody him when you're really seeking him. So because I have been seeking him, he has been showing me the way. He's been showing me the light. And he's letting me know that religion isn't it. Religion isn't it. I focus only my relationship with Christ, my relationship with God. That's it. And when he's speaking to me, I'm always trying to listen. Always trying to listen. He speaks to all of us, but do we all listen? That's the question. How do you respond when he's speaking to you? Do you even know when he's speaking to you? Do you even see the signs he's trying to show you? You don't know those things if you aren't building a relationship with him. That's why the relationship is so important. Because when you have a relationship with him, you then are able to identify when he's speaking to you. And he typically likes to pick ways that he knows you're going to receive his message. Like, I watch YouTube all the time, so it wouldn't be strange for him to try to deliver me a message through a preacher that I come across on YouTube or something. Because that's the method in which I consume content. He's always picking avenues where he's highly has that ability to catch our attention. So you don't get that though without focusing on your relationship with him. And for all these reasons comes to the reason why I have detached myself from the concept of religion, the idea of religion, the construct of religion. And because I'm thinking this way, and because I have received this spiritual knowledge, I'm not telling you to move that same way. I am just being a witness of Christ and his power over me. I don't ever am trying to influence people to do what I do. I just open your eyes to a different way of thinking, a different understanding. At some point, we have to graduate from milk and move on to meat in our spiritual understanding. You know, we can't always be at the beginning stages of understanding spiritual knowledge. We have to graduate. In order to graduate, your relationship has to get better with your higher power. He's only going to reveal himself to the people that are seeking him. So I say, this is why I have detached myself from religion. I hope some other method, he delivers you this same message. I mean, he could be working through me right now to deliver you this message, whoever's watching. Listen to him. I'm only a vessel. But I thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm gonna have more content on the way per usual. I'm messing up my own outro. Come on, let's get it together. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.